everyone, my name is Bilikis. You're welcome to my channel. How you all doing? And you subscribe. If you are not, please make sure you hit on the red button to subscribe, because you will benefit from some of our videos. So before I talk about what we'll be doing today, because today we'll be working on how to make a bow. You can make it into a hair bow. All you have to do is to have a clip to it, or you could just make a simple bow like the one I'll make now and attach to your kids' clothes. So it's very easy. And this video will be in two parts. This part here will be the bow that involves sewing, while the next part will be a no-sew bow, which is very, very, very stress-free. So before we continue, before we get to work, let me just talk about our tools. These are wooden and they are very durable, good on your pattern paper and on your fabric. This is the pant curve, this is the hip curve, and this is the 1 meter ruler. This is quite long and will be useful when you are making long dresses. We also have the pattern master, and you see, very handy, and it's a multi-purpose tool. Then we have the colorful pins, can you see that? We have the tracing wheel, the seam ripper, the camel curve. So if you're interested in any of the two, I'll just put the contact number in the description box below and also in the comment section. So right now, let's get to work. I just had to change the color of the fabric I was about to use because it wasn't so visible, so I decided to use this blue fabric and then a brown background. So now I want the width of my bow to be 5 inches. So all you have to do is to double it. If you want it to be 4, just double it. If you want it to be 6, just double it. So since I want mine to be 5, so times 2 of that will be 10 inches. But I will need half an inch on both sides to sew it together. So I'll make it 11 inches. So here now I have a width of 11, and then for the length, since I said I want 5 inches width, I'll just take away 1 from that, so to make it 4 inches. So the length will be 4 inches, but I will also need seam allowance, so I will make it 5. So just take note of that. So for the width, just double it and add your seam allowance. So now I have 5 by 11. Can you see that? Then I also have this small piece which I will use to finish it up. It is just 2 inches by 5, but I actually needed 2 by 3 or 4. But I will show you as we go on. So what do I do now? All I have to do is to fold over. Can you see that? Then get the midpoint. This is the midpoint here. So from here, just go up by 3/4 inch. Here, 3/4 inch. Then below 3/4 inch, which is here. So this will be the space I will use to bring out all the fabric. What is the next thing to do? I'll just sew half an inch upward from this point, half an inch upward. Measure yours. Then here to half an inch downward. So can you see that? So this will be the opening. So what I'll do now is to take to my sewing machine to sew from here upward and then this. Then show you how it looks. So looking at it, I had to use a contrasting thread for visibility. So now I have this opening here. This is the opening I'll bring out all my fabric. What is the next step? Just open it up this way. Can you see that? Then I'll have to press open this seam. I just have to press it open. Let me just do that. So looking at it, this is what I have. So this is the point of the opening. Can you see that? The next thing I will do now is to go back to my sewing machine and then sew half an inch up here, half an inch downward. Look at it. Can you see that? So the next thing now is to start bringing out the fabric from this tiny hole. Then while I do that, let me quickly explain this. For this, I'll just have to fold over this way. Can you see? Then sew half an inch. Because by the time I bring it out, I want to have 1 inch or even 3/4 inch. So just take to your sewing machine, just sew half an inch this way, then bring it out. So now, I'll just use my nails, or you can use your scissors, the edge of your scissors to make sure the edges comes out well. So I'll do this to the other side, and then the last one. So this is what you will have. Can you see that? So I'll just give it a good press. Then for this, I just took half inch, then trim up the excess. So what I'll do now is to turn it outside. So now after ironing, this is what I have. I ironed this too, so you can decide to make it wider if you want. So can you see this now? I now have to turn it this way, then make sure you get the middle. So this is the middle. Now I have to fold these parts. Can you see that? Then these parts. Yeah, this is what I will have. Can you see that? So like this, if you have a glue gun, you could just glue these together, or better still just hold it and then use this to wrap it up. There are two ways you could do this. This also, you could just use a glue gun to just wrap it around your bowl, or better still just use knit glue and thread. So for this, I will use knit glue and thread to do that. So now make sure it's folded. So can you see that? So this is what it will look like after finishing it. So this cotton is quite stiff, that is why it is like that. So I wanted to use this type of fabric before, but for better visibility, that was why I make use of this. So the next thing now is to fold this on it. So I'll just wrap this around this, enough to go around. Then I'll just trim up the excess. This is what I have. And make it go over this way. Then I'll take my needle and thread. And I'll start tacking it this way. Right now I'm done with tacking it down. Can you see what it looks like? So I'll just spread this open. If you are using a very stiff cotton material like mine, just use your pressing iron to press the edges. Where the lines are, just press it slightly open to have a nice bow. Like the other one I made that I use a glue, I'll just show you how that looks. So looking at this very one, I just finished this with a glue. Can you see? So just use your glue gun to just fill in some glue instead of tacking it down. So whichever one you want out of it, you can just make do with that. So the part B of this video now will be on how to make a no-sew bow. Like this, I did not sew anything. All I used was glue, and I'm going to watch out for that in the next part. If my tutorial on how to make a bow has been helpful, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.